kick it and go, kick it and go. With a stiff arm, spin move in zone, scope from sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff arm, spin move in zone, scope from sideline to touchdown, I put on a show.
What is going on, Eagles Nation? My name is Pablo Gary, your #1 Eagles fan. Always remember, you can't spell Philly without a P. Thank you so much for joining me. Today, I want to talk to you guys about some things that's really been on my mind, on my heart about our beloved Philadelphia Eagles. Howie strikes again with a huge blockbuster deal, sending 2 of our first-round picks to the Saints, and we are getting one of their 2022 first-round picks and a future 2023 first-round pick, along with a second in 2024 and a third this year. It's all over the place. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around it. Seems like the Philadelphia Eagles won the trade, so that's all that matters. But that's why I want to talk to you guys. Does this trade mean that the Philadelphia Eagles are no longer considering Jalen Hurts as their franchise quarterback? I have had some time to really sit down with that question, and I've come to the conclusion that this trade really has no bearing on Jalen Hurts. Obviously, if you can add 4 first-round picks to build around Jalen as opposed to 3, you're going to always go for that option. At first, initially, I didn't like the trade. I thought it was a sort of a shot at Jalen Hurts to say, we don't believe in you. But the more and more I sat with the trade, the more and more I thought about it, listened to other takes about this particular trade. It really is the best trade for the Philadelphia Eagles. And for me, it doesn't matter about Jalen Hurts or anybody. If it's best for the Philadelphia Eagles, I'm going to always, sort of side with that ultimately. But I had to really step back from the elephant, you know what I mean? Because at first I was in my feelings. I'm like, man, you have an opportunity to bring in 3 first-round picks to help Jalen this year so that he can go ahead and prove to you that he is the franchise quarterback that we all know he can be. And then you sort of trade one for the future. And it kind of had me feeling away. But you know what? I thought about it, and here's what I came to. The Philadelphia Eagles did everything in their power at the beginning of this offseason to get Jalen Hurts a #1 wide receiver. That was my thing. It's like, all right, Howie, Nick, they come out, they say Jalen's our guy. And they really tried to get him some pieces. You talk about Calvin Ridley, they tried to get him. We all know about his situation. That really didn't work out. Who would have saw that coming? They tried to go out for Christian Kirk, wide receiver out of Arizona. He got way too expensive for the Eagles, so they pulled back on him. Rumors they were even looking at Devontae Parker, guys like Odell Beckham. So they were looking. It wasn't like they just said, we're just going to try to, find Jalen, wide receiver in the draft. They actually put forth a effort to find Jalen Hurts a #1 wide receiver, and they just couldn't do it, whether it was because of the financial side of it. The Eagles were bidding with teams that had north of $70 million. There was no way they could compete, right? So these are all of the things that I had to think about. And this is why I'm now okay with the trade, because I know, everybody knows that I'm a believer in Jalen Hurts. I know what Jalen Hurts is capable of. He showed you what he can do with a half-decent roster last year, taking them to the playoffs against Tom Brady. And by the way, he's actually training with the GOAT, Tom Brady, right now in, California, right? So Jalen is always going to do the right things. He's always going to be where he's supposed to be. He's training right now with the GOAT. He's trying to get better. He's trying to do what we all know that he can do. I'm still looking for the Philadelphia Eagles to address the wide receiver position, maybe for the 3rd year in a row in the draft. You got to find him some help. We all know that Devontae Smith just may not be enough, right? I don't think, even though he's talented, right, I believe he can ultimately turn into a true #1 wide receiver. I just think in this new NFL, you're going to have guys on the outside that can get open, that can, be able to be a viable option, for Jalen Hurts on the outside. Jalen Reagor, last year only putting up 300 yards. It's not going to get it done. That's putting too much stress on Devontae Smith. You're asking too much out of Dallas Goedert. And to be quite honest, who do we have outside of Dallas Goedert? I know some people like Tyreek Jackson, but he is a quarterback transitioning to a tight end. He still needs some time. Like, the Eagles don't have a bunch of options. So in the draft, what do the Eagles do with the 15th overall pick? What do we do with the 18th overall pick? The 3rd round pick that the Saints gave us, do we use that to trade up in the draft? It's a possibility if there's a guy that the Philadelphia Eagles like that is sitting there for the taking and we can go and get him. So for me, I am finally okay with the trade. The Eagles won the trade. Jalen Hurts won the trade because I know he's going to ball out. The Eagles are going to build 2 first-round picks around him this year. Next year, they're going to, put 2 more first-round picks around him. And I think the Eagles are going to have a roster of blue chip players, right, that we need. We need talent. We need talent. And another thing that somebody told me was pretty much like the Eagles' cap room, the cap space. We kind of didn't have the cap space really to sign 3 first-round picks this year. So we wanted to sort of spread it out, and that also made sense as well. So, when I think about it and I step away from Twitter, I step away from just everything, and I just sort of sit with the idea of, what the Eagles could look like in the future. Yes, the Philadelphia Eagles won the trade. Howie, yes. Yeah. All right. Jeez, right in the middle of the video. Let me just get this done really quick. Howie finessed another general manager. That's all that matters right now. Jalen is working with Tom Brady to go. That's all I have for you guys. I gotta go. As you can see, my wife is cooking dinner. She needs me upstairs. I gotta eat. But thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. And don't forget, you can't spell Philadelphia without putting a P in it. My name is Pablo Gary. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Kick it and go. Kick it and go. With a stiff arm, spin move.